It's a passive exposure that's meant to be representative of the space within limits. So it really caps how much exposure exists to any one company. So really will respond to the market capitalization and the growth of Facebook as to how much it represents of the index.
So it could be expanding in the future.
It could be expanding as it grows, correct.
What's the sort of valuations that investors should be looking at in terms of social media names? We know they should be trading at higher valuations, but what is the proper valuation? You're about 36 right now with the ETF.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's, as any business, you're looking at the cash flows that these businesses generate. Most of these businesses are profitable, many of them very profitable. They have very significant operating leverage, and they're growing very, very rapidly, their revenues, as they're monetized across multiple spaces, including mobile, which is a new space for a lot of these companies. So, you know, when you looked at, say, Google, when they IPOed their business, their multiple was very, very high, but they grew into that multiple, and there are many times the valuation that they were at the time. So I think it depends company by company. It depends what their growth story is, how they're delivering to their business plan and their execution, and they seem to be fairly valued, in our opinion, at current levels.
Should a company get a higher valuation if mobile's working?
Well, again, it depends on what their strategy is, but clearly a company like Facebook, which is probably the one that's more visible, where there's been a lot of questions about their mobile strategy, it's critical because you see that from a consumer standpoint, we're increasingly moving from our computers to our cell phones, and so cell phone usage for mobile and for social media is increasingly important, and so you have to execute. It's almost not a question of can you, but you have to. And Facebook so far seems to have been fairly successful with a strategy that arguably they've probably been a little bit late to the game, but they're doing pretty well.